boat vlog number 1, the Badhoeve. Hi, I'm Jillis. In this video I wanted to document my motorboating experience near Broek in Waterland. My goal was to gain more experience boating, doing some locks, and explore and enjoy the landscape on this beautiful weekend in July 2020. The boat I'm on is a 4-family 4.85 meter sloop, as the Dutch would call it, with a 9.9 horsepower outboard motor. I hope you will see the same beauty and tranquility I saw and will overlook my mistakes and errors in judgment, such as documented in this video. Route-wise, I depart from Broek in Waterland, which is near Amsterdam, and travel towards Monnickendam, make a huge loop through Purmerend, then cross my path again at Monnickendam, after which I go further south to stay at camping the Badhoeve. The next morning I make my way back to Broek in Waterland. I hope you enjoyed this video.
Underway to Monnickendam, and we're going effectively full speed. Let me check on my bike computer that I usually take with me. Going 11 kilometers an hour, which is practically the max speed. We have the wind coming from the side, so we probably could do a little bit faster than this. So on the way to Monnickendam, this is a straight route, not too exciting. But then we'll get to the sluice, the lock, sorry. And I've never gone through the lock, so that will be exciting. So trying to boat while filming myself, I'm not sure how well this is gonna go. But you know, it's fantastic weather today. I'm a little bit sad because while Sarah, Kira and Owen left me for the weekend, which is a first, I myself had to leave Theo, Ray and Finn behind as well. I gave them plenty of food and water. By the way, those are our kittens. And they should be alright for overnight, but you know, let's see how this goes. Meanwhile, we're between Monnickendam and Edam, and I'm going maximum speed over this canal. It's a little bit boring, although the weather is fantastic, and you know, it's good, well going. The engine is doing well. No issues starting it, which I did had a few weeks ago. Need to look into that. Let's see how it goes. The lock was interesting. The inlet of the water was actually stronger. Like, I had never done it before. The inlet of the water was stronger than I thought it would be. And it's kind of tricky to do everything by yourself as well, especially the first time, I guess. So I had to make sure the fenders were on the right side quickly. Don't drive into the side of the wall. Grab a rope. Then the other tourists were asking me questions as to where to go, so it's just a little bit hectic. But yeah, not too hard. And I only had to wait like 3 minutes. I just barely had enough time to grab myself some water before going off again. Bedankt hè. Ja. Bedankt hè. just passed through Purmerend. There were a couple of bridges. Most of them I could pass through. A couple of them were on the map. They were 1 meter high. I basically had this much space above here. So it was literally, I had to hunch down and head down, and then I could just pass. 2 of them I wasn't quite sure about, but then there was a guy who was operating the bridges. He looked at me and he basically nodded and then opened the bridge up. So that took out all the doubt. So that was nice. And then not on the map that I had, at least that I had consulted, was an entire lock. So that was fun. Went through that as well. So that's lock number 2 for the day. This one went down. So if I'm correct, we're now at the same height again as Broek and Waterland, where I started off. And now we're basically in the canal that is from. It goes from Purmerend back to Broek, but before we get to Broek, we're going to take a left into, I think it's Ilpendam, and go through the countryside back to Monnickendam, where we're crossing the line that I already went by boat earlier today. Yeah, so we passed through the canal after Purmerend, and now we passed Ilpendam. And there we took, after Ilpendam, we took a left. And now we're in an area that's called Varkensland, or I don't know, Piggyland. I believe it's called that way because it was too soggy and too low and too much in the water for it to be grazed by cows. And so only pigs could be on here. It's a beautiful area. And the day couldn't be nicer as well, huh? But we came from all the way back there. There's the boat. It's in Varkensland, as I said earlier, and it's been beautiful weather. It's a little bit windy, but the sun's out. Once in a while, big cloud. It's okay. Behind me there is Amsterdam, and behind me over there is overlook. Once you follow that long enough, and that's where we're going to go. That's where we need to connect back into direction Monnickendam. I just love how in the middle of nowhere there's a mooring spot where you can just stop. I think I'm gonna make a quick cup of coffee and then keep on going. The water's boiling, so the coffee's almost done. It's been super quiet out here. There's no roads. The next road is like a couple hundred meters that way. There's a farm right here, but no boats have been coming at all. Quick break. Super. Cheers. Okay, that's not great coffee, but it's gonna be a little while before I bring my espresso machine onto the boat, I think. I hope.
So we're now on a little lake called Overlook. There's a couple of farms here that do lots of tea and rental boats and stuff. It's a little bit bigger, it's nice. And we'll continue on to Monnickendam, where we're going to cross the path that we took to get here. It's going to be interesting. Beautiful scenery. It's a fantastic day. Some coffee. And as you can see, there's nobody else here, so it's fantastic. So just finished up going through Monnickendam. It's also a little bit tight and lots of boats and houses, really pretty. The weather's still holding, fantastic. So now we're back on a little lake and we're about to get to Zuiderwoude. And then we need to keep crossing for a little bit longer before we get to what I think is going to be the first manual bridge that I don't fit under, so I have to do that myself, and I've never operated a bridge before, so the next adventure. Let's go. Here at the Aandammerbrug in Zuiderwoude, I approach and feel tentative about fitting underneath. I probably make some steering mistake and manage to make a mess out of things. Almost lost my action camera here.
Wow, look at this landscape. Some clouds, and then over there is, I think, my destination, and somewhere over there is Amsterdam, or something else that's just sitting in front of Amsterdam. That's where I just came from. That tower over there is an unfinished church tower from Randsdorp. They ran out of money before they could complete the construction. But that was a very interesting experience. I'm guessing the last bridge I went under had this much clearance from basically the steering wheel, so I had to duck behind it completely. And I've done that before, that's fine. What made it hard this time is that effectively it was only 10 centimeters wider than the boat was wide. So I had to absolutely come in straight underneath the bridge, kill all the power, just coast underneath, basically with my hands to the ceiling or underneath the bridge, just kind of steer a little bit, and then, well, let's just say, hope for the best is what I did. But I didn't touch a thing. It went all great, and so now I'm, I think, in the last 10 minutes or so before I get to a little lake, which is my destination, called the Kintelmeer, and they have a camping ground and everything, and a little marina, I think, and that's what I'm trying to. That's my little discovery project right now. So trying to get there and then see what it's like, so that at a later date I can do this with a couple of friends and family, so that I also know what I'm talking about and know how to get there. Almost there. Got a little bit more chilly, so I put some clothes on, and it is just after 8, so I got 2 more hours of daylight, plenty of time, and in the meantime cows on one side, sheep on the other, green fields, blue sky. It's amazing.
Having made it to camping the Badhoeve, I moor up, get some dinner, do some reading, and in the morning start my way back again. If you decide to do the same by boat, call ahead to arrange your overnight stay. Contact details in the credits.
Found a mooring spot in the middle of a lake, a small lake. It's called the Randsdorper Die, and it's 10:30. It's time for breakfast. Some eggs and bacon is what I'm going to attempt making if my gas doesn't run out first.
Turned out to be more scrambled eggs than sunny side up with some bacon. And it's been super awesome. Just reflecting back on like the last day or so, I did, I think, over 45 kilometers boating yesterday, and seeing basically everything from small stretches of actual wide canals for wide beam boats to really tiny ones that I just barely fit into. I'll I'll insert some pictures of the smallest bridge that I went under, all the way up to this mooring spot here, where I basically almost had to bank the boat into the sediment in order to moor. But it's been all worth it. It's been beautiful 2 days, and so I'll quickly eat my breakfast, and then I'll go home and see how the kiddies are doing. You just saw me approaching this bridge, the Poppendammergouwbrug, being unsure about me fitting underneath it. In fact, the boat touched the underside of the bridge. I decide to back off and for the first time in my life attempt to operate a bridge alone. After the fact, I would say it's doable, but the whole sequence took me 14 minutes. And on this nice and sunny day, lots of bikers were queuing up. Everyone was being very nice about it though.
Doe je dat in je eentje? Dat is ingewikkeld.
Als jullie wel eerder kwamen.
Heb je hulp nodig?
Nee, ik denk dat het goed gaat. Bedankt. Jo. Dat moet je wel kunnen maken, hè?
Ja, eigenlijk wel.
Ja, maar dan kan niet iedereen het.
Nou, als ik daar één keer gezien heb hoe het moet, dan kunnen we het volgende keer doen. Oh, en dan door dat komprecht ding aan. Ja, dan mag je het niet. Je hebt het vaak gedaan, of niet?
Elvis.
Oh. Ook hier.
Ik vind het knap.
De klomp in je hand.
Nou, gaat de gang. Dankjewel. Mooi zo. We houden vaart, hè?
Maar dat zou kunnen. Ja, goed eruit, hè?
Ja. Jullie kan goed erop.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. Though it's titled Boat Vlog 1, the Badhoeve, I have no idea if I will be making any additional ones. However, I found very little footage on this beautiful part of the Netherlands, so I thought it would be worthwhile to publish this. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, let me know.